Nothing good comes from knowing. Welcome to episode 4 of Reflections in Cinema. On today's episode, I want to focus on a film called Possession, made in the 80s. It's a very strange film, and I want to reflect on it. Before I reflect on it, though, I was thinking about the last episode about The Shining and how it made me realize nothing really good comes from knowing. What do I mean by that? Well, I realize the more you know about something or someone, it can really dampen your experience with them or with that piece of art. So, for example, when I was talking about The Shining and how I have this love hate relationship with the movie because of how Kubrick treated the character Dick Halloran compared to the book. If I didn't know how Dick Halloran was treated in the novel of The Shining compared to the book, I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have this tug of war with the film The Shining because I love that movie. So it made me realize sometimes knowing can ruin your experience or your enjoyment of art, of people, and the less you know, the better. And I kind of want to segue that into today's movie, Possession, made by Andres Zulawski. And again, it's this thing of knowing a little too much about the movie can kind of hinder or alter your view and create this bias with the movie that is not is not something that I really uh like, to be honest. So moving on to today's movie, Zulawski. He is the director and writer of this film, Possession, starring Isabella Adjani and, of course, Sam Neill. And the film Possession is about pretty much a married couple who are breaking up, who are divorcing pretty much. And it's like done in this very nightmarish, surreal way. And it is one of the most disturbing, confusing, batshit crazy movies I've seen in a very long time. And I would have it would have been a good idea to not know that when the director Andrei Zulawski, when he wrote the script to this movie, that he was actively going through the divorce. Because knowing that, I'm just like, well, okay, then I see why he made this movie to be so chaotic and strange and weird and just really a very out there movie. Because while you're watching it, you can just the scenes and the images kind of don't add up. Like after a while you're watching the film, you can kind of get a sense that you know the director is not sure where he's going. It's just all based off emotion and all based on how you feel. It doesn't make any logical sense at all. But it's so interesting and it catches your attention and it holds your attention throughout the whole film that it kind of don't really matter. But you can tell like he just was writing down random shit because the movie after a while it just feels like you're just watching random images, random events occur scene after scene. But yeah, did we need to know that the director was going through an active divorce while writing this script? No. Will that hinder or alter your view of the movie? For some people, yes. Some people may like it more because of that. Some people may just dismiss it and not care at all. So yeah, so today I want to just focus on how hard and demanding the director Zulawski was on his actors, Sam Neill and Isabella, the main woman, and how they both said, the movie is like their best work, but they both would never work with Zulawski again because he was just that demanding of them. And when you watch the movie, you see it, man. I mean, he really puts them through the ringer. Like, especially the woman character. Like he puts her through hell. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting and very, very disturbing. So I just wanted to mainly focus on the actors and how they did a great job in the movie and how the film it shows yeah they're dealing with this divorce and you know they're all crashing out and stuff, but it also shows who suffers the most in these real life situations, and it's always the child. They have one child, a boy. I believe his name is Billy. I believe Billy, and they're just going about their fights, going about their tantrums and whatever. And Billy, he's just around taking a bath, eating his food, sleeping, and they just abandon him and neglect him so much. And I kind of relate to that because growing up, I kind of felt like I was kind of neglected as a young boy because I lost my mom young and my dad was busy working, and so I would get shipped from sibling to sibling, family to family, and watching the film is just like it just shows like how children are always the ones that who, mind you, who never asked to be here. The children never asked to be born or be here, but somehow they're the main ones that suffer the most when it comes to the uh, adult uh, adult shenanigans, and it just sucks. But That's just the way it is. That's the reality of it. But yes, I wanted to focus really on just this one scene in Possession that is extremely popular amongst film fans and film lovers, and it's the famous subway scene where Isabella, her character, she seems to be possessed by something that makes her want to leave her family and cheat on her husband. And it's this possession that has, spoiler alert for some who haven't seen it, but it's this possession that makes her like have a miscarriage or go into labor or something in the subway, and it is intense. I mean, she is wailing and screaming and just going crazy, and then she starts to like she falls on her knees and she like squats and she started leaking out blood from her head and then from her vagina, like this liquid ooze. It's very strange, man. But yeah, that scene alone is worth the price of admission, man. It is out of this world and so well done by her. Oh man, she did a great job, that actress. I mean, it is intense, it is nasty, and it is disturbing, but I love it. It made a very lasting impression on me, and this is why I'm doing the review. But but yeah, man, very disturbing stuff. And like I said, the director Zulawski, he was going through some stuff during that divorce, and he put it all in that script. Man, he was depressed, all all, all the emotions he put in that script, and you see it in that film. And I'm just glad to say I finally have saw it. You know, I've seen that image so many times, and I wonder what is this? I always saw that scene out of context from the actual movie. So to finally see the whole movie, I love it. Like I said, it is a random assortment of scenes and shots, but again, it makes sense because the director was going through that divorce. But even if I didn't know he was going through an active divorce while writing that script, I believe I would have still have loved the movie, and that's where I want to kind of keep that. Like I don't want to know too much about a film to where it alters my view of the art. You know, because the art is the art. Like once you put the art out there, is out there for us to interpret, for us to either enjoy or not enjoy. And I don't want to get too deep and learn too much about the art because then it may alter my view of the art in a negative or positive way. So I'm gonna try my best to stay away from knowing too much about the artist's personal life and just focus on their content and their art and what they share with the world and judge just their art and their art alone. So that's what I got from there. I pretty much got from it is the less you know about the personal, the better. And you just focus on the art of the artist, not really the artist. And I get it in our society we're very obsessed with celebrity and we just want to know all there is to know about celebrity, and I'm trying to deprogram myself from that crap, and just really focus on the art and not the artist so much. It's very difficult. It's very hard, especially when you love their art. You do want to learn more about the artist, but I'm trying my best to just focus on mainly just the art and not the artist. So I think that might be it for episode 4 of Reflections in Cinema. And I just wanted to share that with you about the film Possession. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys on the next episode 5. And yeah, you guys take care.